Hey Evie, I'm Mel Blossom and I did a mentoring session with you in April of 2022 and I have been dying to give you an update, but after our conversation I decided that I would not update you until I fulfilled the 2 missions that I felt that you gave me in that session, which you didn't formally give me these missions, but this is what I got out of our talk. Number 1, there is nothing wrong with you. Number 2, go get a job. And of course you did not say it that bluntly, but those have been the 2 things that I've been focusing on the last 2 years. Number 1, just getting used to the idea of not walking around identifying myself as mentally ill has been a weight off my shoulders that I can't even explain. And then as I've been having symptoms of whatever come up, I've been able to deal with them in different ways, and they're getting further and further between each other when I'm having hard times, and I just feel like more in control of myself than I've ever felt, and I really appreciate it. I like to say that Evie gave me like 30 years worth of therapy in a little over an hour. So anyone who would want to talk to you, I would highly recommend it. But it didn't exactly go well. It kind of went worse before it got better. But I was trying to figure out, okay, I need to work, but I don't know what to do. And I was still having a lot of emotional and mental problems that was not going to make me like functional consistently enough for a job. So I started thinking about what I had at my disposal, what my talents were, and my dog Merida, who I had held up in our session, and I had gone up to Querétaro for a visit, and I not only got the idea to do a meditation channel, because I do videos and I didn't have to interact with people, and I don't know, it seemed like a good idea at the time. So, and then also while I was there, Merida and I got offered 2 other elderly Chihuahuas, Mamacita and Frank, and I figured, okay, well, Merida's only 4 years old, she'll outlive them, and then when they're gone, she'll be older, it'll be time for her to train another dog. I had everything planned out. And so we came back to Puebla with our new family, our new video project, and I also came back with COVID. So waited that out, and then I took the dogs to all get vaccinated, and now we'd been together just 3 weeks. And later in the night after the vaccination, Merida got really sick, and I just thought it was a normal vaccine reaction and was going to get her checked the second that I woke up if she was still sick. The second I woke up, she was still sick, but unfortunately she died before I was able to get her to the vet, and that was a big, long, crazy story. But I guess what had happened was she had a kidney that hadn't grown, and so she was actually never going to live long. And I just am looking at Mamacita and Frank now like total angels that Merida called in to pretty much save me and make sure that I wasn't alone. So that was a tough loss, but I had planned to start the channel the day after Merida died, and I did it, and I really clung to that channel through the grief, and I was trying to get myself to be held responsible to something, to posting every day. It was trying to get a formula, so it didn't do well. I didn't ever make money, and I kept going with it, but it was really, really healing, and it was getting me out of the house and making me look at Mexico different. And so, but by March of 2023, so I started the channel in July of 2022. By March of 2023, it was just costing me money and so clearly a waste of time. I couldn't deny it anymore. So then I was not knowing what to do with myself again. And I ended up going to an art class at a place in Cholula near my house. And there I was able to finally start meeting friends and get involved in some of their events. And then around Christmas, I always have to spend Christmas alone, so I'm always trying to find some way to distract myself. So I was like, I'm gonna do crazy Christmas at home, and I got super into decorating my whole house, turned off the news media, turned off anything that was negative, just watched nostalgic television, Christmas stuff, and like actually started feeling good. And then I started knitting and crocheting Christmas decorations, which made me start thinking, oh, maybe I could start to try to sell my art again. And then I knew it was too late for Christmas, so I started making things for Valentine's Day, and the gallery was nice enough to put my stuff up for sale. And I did a table in front of one of my friends' restaurants, trying to sell my stuff, and I didn't sell anything, but I did meet a cute guy that was coming through town, and we had, I guess, a situationship, which ultimately ended terrible, but it's cool because he wanted to go around Mexico, and so he got me back in my car, road tripping, remembering how much I love road tripping and that I'm not actually as scared to drive around Mexico as I had convinced myself, while I was also convinced I was profoundly mentally ill. And he also motivated me to get back on my exercise and diet, and weight started just coming off like crazy. And I've just been feeling good. So honestly, yes, I've been doing the work on the exercise and the diet, but I also just think that like by putting the trauma boulder to the side, I've been able to like actually lose that weight, and so my body's losing weight. Like it's actually responding to what I'm doing now because I'm healthy and I'm in the body, not all caught up in my trauma. So, oh, wait, I need to back up because, so, before the road trip with this guy in February, after the channel tanked, my next idea was to try to do pet transportation, which means that people would hire me to like transport their pets for moving or vacations, and driving back and forth between Mexico. And I did a mentorship with a guy who was doing it, and everything sounded great, but I can't run a business. I can't deal with clients, I can't do paperwork, I just can't. So I gave up on that. And then I dove into, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to sell art. Met the guy, we're on the trip. I'm back to like, oh, I really miss road tripping, but I need a way to make somebody else pay for it. And so in May I went on this trip, and the whole time I was just like, oh my God, I've got to do this. Like, this is my happy place. And I had heard of a company in Mexico that was doing pet transport, and it had occurred to me to reach out to them and just be like, hey, do you need a weird girl that can drive between Mexico and the United States with nothing to tie her down and a total love of dogs? So I didn't have the guts to do that yet, but I finally did in August. My 50th birthday was coming up, and I was had lost a bunch of weight and was having a great time with all these clothes I was wearing, and I was feeling like a queen, frankly. So I was gonna plan a queen's 50th. And I ended up going to Vegas with my very best friend, and we were singing Wanda Jackson at midnight on the Eiffel Tower.
Happy birthday, Mel.
To my dad.
Boom.
Half a century of bullshit. Over.
And then I got to go to the Punk Rock Museum, and I brought Elvis Presley as my date. So I got to date Elvis Presley just like Wanda Jackson. Except my Elvis didn't give me a ring, and he asked me for $250 afterwards, so that might not have been Elvis, but don't tell Wanda.
We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby.
So, so Vegas was amazing, and at that point I had already met with the company. Like when I connected with them, they were like, we're gonna be in Puebla at the end of the week. Yes, we wanna meet you. And I had already done the business plan and set up some pet profile of like for my own business that I was able to show them that I knew the business, had the road trip experience, I was all clear to drive back and forth. And so in September, I got to start driving dogs from Mexico to the US, and I've gone from Puebla to Mexico City, went up to Phoenix. We are rocking the mother road today. Flagstaff, Houston, Michoacan. I'm sure learning a lot about driving. I'm more of a Mexican driver than an American driver now, honestly. But if you know anyone that can get me a good deal on a bulletproof car, defensive driving lessons, wouldn't mind some self-defense lessons, and anyone who's a master with non-lethal toys, I would appreciate a couple of hints. But other than that, the job is great. Things have been crazy. I have some stories that might make you go, you did what? But but Evie, I cannot explain the complete 180 my life is in since I talked to you. And I was ready for our talk. I had done the work, and I'm still taking credit for the work that I did do. But you have no idea how much what you said to me, when you said it to me, how you said it to me was exactly like the last loose screws I had in my head that needed to be tightened so that I could function. I don't think my screws will ever be too tightened up, but I'm definitely so grateful to you and your team and everybody that supports you. And congratulations, Mama. I heard that you had a baby, and I am so excited for you and your family and her and selfishly the rest of us, because I know that you're gonna put a fantastic person in this world that a lot of people will benefit from the same way that your parents gave us you. Evie, thank you so much. I really, really am so excited that I got to the point that I reached my goals. I am mentally healthy. I'm getting healthier physically every day. And I'm working. So, missions accomplished, my Queen of Swords. If you have any other missions you'd like to put me on, call me. But if not, I am always watching your videos. Oh, and me and my crew did a video advertising our services that we can never use to actually advertise our services. But it's really cool. Check it out. I love you so much, Evie. Live in love, and please keep being the fantastic voice that you are in the world. We need your wisdom now more than ever. I love you. Viva Mexico y viva Estados Unidos.